Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, I'm back at work after my travel to the hospital. I haven't personally put up any updates lately because it's all stuff that hardly shows anything at all. But yesterday I did get down to handling a problem which had been begging a good solution. And this is the problem. When you're doing metal stud, it can be quite difficult. It can be unforgiving, and it can give you some awkward places to handle. So I came up with, while I was doing this, I built up and dressed up this pillar. And did it here. It's still in filler, still got to be sanded down and painted, but I got that done. And while I was doing that, I'm looking over at how these pillars turn out, and I'm thinking maybe what we're looking at here is a solution to this problem. Now this problem was even worse than the other one over there. So what I've done is I've made this look like a pillar, right, by dressing it up. I did a spacer, so it's got a little bit of bulk, and I got a spacer there. And then you got to understand that all of the solutions that you see, all of the design bits, it has to be simple, basic carpentry, because all I have actually is simple, basic carpentry tools. So most of these, what would normally be a piece of timber, is always plywood. So everything is done in plywood. So here's the basic for my pillar. So the pillar that is going up on the corner there, the one that I've just showed you, that's the pillar. See? And that's rough cut. Pencil line, power saw, and there we are. And then after I've cut that, I'll go over it and I'll hand plane down any bumps or anything. I try to keep the line religiously with the power saw. Try to keep on the line, and I try to do it absolutely as accurately as I possibly can, because if you leave, it's okay thinking, well, when I cut the piece off I can just go over it and plane it, but if you've left a lousy line on the piece of plywood, then how are you going to get, you're going to have to dress that edge as well. So try to keep it very accurate. And then this is what goes on. Now that's a piece of moulding. Excuse me, I don't know what they use that for normally, but that piece of moulding, when it's put on here, actually looks very nice. Now obviously this is actually bonded with, I've used acrylic gap sealant, but it has adhesive qualities, so I load that up and I'll put that on, and then I'll nail it in. Right, that's got, as you can see, that's got a spacer in there as well on that side, spacer on that side, spacer on this, make that up like a corner, put that corner in. Now at one point it started to come apart there, so I actually clamped it at one point. I clamped it like this, and that pulled it in, and I left that overnight. I've come in this morning, I've taken it off. It's still got a lot of filling and sanding and tidying up to do, and it was beginning to separate. I thought, I'm not going to make that chance, so I screwed it, and I'll go over and fill those and hide them but that's the pillar there finished. Now this pillar here, it will have a spacer here, but it won't go around the corner because I've got this little piece of furniture which is built in, so it can only go 2 inches. So that'll be my round the corner piece, which once again is rough cut. I'm saying rough cut, it's cut with, let me see if you can, maybe you can actually see down there and see that it's not perfectly straight. I'll have to go over that and take off those high bits. See, you can see there. I take those off and then I'll make up this pillar, and then I've gone over all of this area here, did a lot of the painting on this already, one coat, and because we're actually waiting on other bits and pieces that we need in order to go ahead and go on to the bedroom, which is going to be a lowered ceiling. In order to do that, we're going to have to be able to withdraw money, and we do all of this work on my US pension, and that's what I've claimed in order to be able to do this. So our motto has always been, we do what we can with what we have. And so we really need some stuff, and we don't have it, so I'm going to go ahead. I've got all of the stuff that I need to do that pillar. Then I got enough caulking to be able to do some of these little things here which need to be gone over and caulked and then and wiped off, and then all of that can actually be painted right up to that pillar. So all of this, I would hope in the next couple of days I'd hope to be able to do that. And there's some tidying up carpentry wise that needs to be done on this. Needs to have a piece in there. Maybe, I don't know what to do on that. I have to slide a piece of wood down into there, which brings it up a little bit, and then I'll be able to paint that staircase. And of course I'm not going to be doing that in white. That's the tread is going to be in a dark color. Tread at least, and this part at least in a color, and dark as well. So I got a lot ahead, and it's all doable, and just requires the hard work to get it done. But I'm very pleased with how that worked out. It was a headache working out how that could possibly be done, and once again I found that if I have something which is proving to be a pain, then what I do is and whether this works for anybody else I don't know, but it works for me. I focus on that totally and try to make that as if it's one of the best parts of the job that I'm doing. And I like the way that that's turned out. It's different colours now, but at the end of the day, today I will have probably all of that will all be painted. It will all be painted white. And my next thing then will be to make up a door frame. Once again, it will be in plywood, working with what I've got. I'll make that in plywood and use the edge beading, and I'll make up a door. It's an internal door, it doesn't need to be high security, and that's to the bathroom. So that's what my focus is going to be in the next day, two maybe. And now tomorrow we got to go out and we got to pay for that coffin. So there's my day messed up again. And right now we've got, I think this clock has left on its own without any people to love it. It has speed it up, try to get the time to go faster. I think it's about 11:30 actually. So that's where we are. Thanks for looking in. I thought I'd give you this little update talk wise, and this is my start of day. Call it midday, start of day. Somebody's gonna come in now as soon as I lift up a tool and say come and eat. It's one of those things. Well, thanks for looking in, and I'll be back. Bye for now.